Hi, I'm gonna be breaking down the track Mazhab by Nivid from the album Marna. All right. So that was, sort of going through Mazhab and playing through the entire track. The bass has, it's got it's the same thing that's playing from start till the end, but it's got a mono and a stereo pattern. They're essentially playing almost similar things. The stereo pattern is done on a Moog, which has been stereoized using the Waves doubler, and then we have the mono pattern using the vacuum by air. And the stereo pattern essentially has a modulation happening on the resonance filter, so that's sort of making it move. So I'll just play you through the stereo part first. That's how the stereo sort of pattern goes, and that's how the bass sort of goes. We have the mono part, which plays this. Yeah, so that's pretty much what it is, and both of them sort of coming together play this thing. Now the song has a section A and a section B. It has a bit of an intro, a bit of a break, and a bit of an ending as well. Starts with a kick pattern, which you must have had heard through the playthrough, and it's essentially a 808 styled kick, which is sort of playing this thing out here. So that's what the kick is playing, and it is sort of layered with a distorted ring modulated kick pattern as well, which both of them sort of coming together play this. Along with this, we have the snare pattern which plays, and it has a huge chamber sort of a reverb going on as well, and that's what that is playing is this thing out here. Thing now with a drum layer. Right. So we have that. All of these sort of coming together play this. With the bass. Moving on to section B, what we have out here is, you have a very faint tom section also going with that drum layer, but I have used another layer of toms altogether to sort of bring it out in section B, and it sort of gives a very gospelish sort of a vibe to the whole thing. Now we have that, and then we have these I call them crash, but they're actually some drum hits which have been reversed and are playing as hits as well. Right, so there you have it. That's the rhythm section for Mazhab. I'm gonna get into the synth parts next. Okay, moving on to the synthesizer section. What we have out here is this loop that I written back when I was in Canada, and it came out of Ableton. It stayed with me ever since. It's called Off-World. This is how it goes. That's pretty much what it is. This is layered with a EP section out here, which says this. And an absinthe pad, very basic stuff. What's going on is what you see is that the frequencies are stacked together, in a way where everything is sort of audible. And when they play together, everything sort of comes and is comprehensible as well. We have this Moog line over here, which plays the main motif of the track, which goes like. So you get the idea. I mean, it's the same motif which now goes an octave higher. That's in section B. In section A, we have the same motif, but it starts with a bit of an intro. The odd harmonic is being created through the lo-fi plugin by Air. In the section B, we have this guitar octave riff that's going on, and that sort of goes on until the end. So this is how it sounds. Okay, now coming to the vocal section of the track, we have a bunch of these vocal parts that are happening. Most of them have, at least 2 or 3 parts that are going in conjunction, and they're sort of giving, the different harmonies of the line, and they come in and out, they sort of hit the same notes at certain points. And ये तो है तेरी दीग शिक्षा नहीं मैं नाम ले रब का. That was the first part of the first verse or the section A, and now what we have is these 4 vocal parts which sort of go together with each other. मेरे पूर्वजों की जिंदगी तबाह हुई डरते डरते उनकी कथा यहाँ समाप्त हुई आज भी है ढूंढते तेरी शरण ये ऐसा We have this break in the middle as well. मज़हब के नाम पे मुझको तू बांटता रहा है मज़हब के नाम पे मुझको तू बांटता रहा है. A bunch of these things now which play after once that the section B sort of begins. And मज़हब के नाम पे मुझको तू बांटता रहा है मज़हब के नाम पे मुझको तू बांटता रहा है मज़हब के नाम पे मुझको तू बांटता रहा है मज़हब के नाम पे मुझको तू बांटता रहा है मज़हब के नाम पे मुझको तू बांटता. Yeah, so that's how this goes out here, and well, thank you for hanging out and listening to me.